DeepSeek is one of the best LLM models available now. So in this video I'm gonna share with you 5 powerful hacks that will turn you from a beginner to a DeepSeek expert. Just give me only 10 minutes and I will show you how to use DeepSeek like never before. So no more speaking, let's get right into it. The first very important technique will make your results exceptional, better and more effective. And it's called hybrid mode. I'm sure a lot of you haven't heard about it yet, because it's something more advanced. So now let me show you what it means. So this technique is all about combining two different LLM models. And I would use it if I had, for example, to create some very important piece of the content. So what we can do? We can take one prompt and run it in two models at the same time. And afterwards, take the content from these two models and combine it together. So remember, we've got different LLM models. We've got ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Cloud AI. All of them are great. They are trained on different parameters and on different data. And what is very great when we have to create very important content that requires a lot of precision, creating the best elements, we can use this technique which is called hybrid mode. So now what I can do, I can pick DeepSeek, run here the prompt, and also pick ChatGPT and here also run it. After we have our two pieces of the content that are about the same topic, however different in some cases, we can take two of them and actually inside of the DeepSeek type the following prompt. So, take these two articles about the same topic, combine them together, maintaining the best parts, make it as the best as possible. And now to use our hybrid mode, we can copy this entire content, just paste it, so for example type article 1, there just paste the entire content, and article 2. And take the response from the ChatGPT. I can simply paste it here, and again, I would use this technique if I had to create some important piece of the content. So it's really great, because remember again, our models, so LLM models are trained on different parameters, different data. So instead of just limiting ourselves to one model, we can go ahead, for example, to the cloud, ChatGPT, type the same prompt, and again, afterwards, just combine the entire article, so receive one article from two different versions, which is absolutely great. So now we can see we've got this article. Now even let's ask DeepSeek to rate these two articles. So for example, I can type, rate these two articles. The one you created in the first response, and this after combining two articles together. Rate them 1 to 10. Let's run it. So as you can notice, we've got the rating, which is 8 out of 10 for the first article, and the rating for the second article, which is 9 out of 10. So it improved our article, and we did it in just a few minutes. So this technique, I can say, is unusual. Not a lot of people are using that, however, it's really powerful. Hack number 2 is to create interactive interfaces and run the code inside DeepSeek. So I've got the prompt. Design a financial dashboard in one HTML block. Display an overview of income, expenses, savings, and investments. Include interactive charts for monthly spending trends, expense categories, and investments growth. Add filters for date ranges and categories for detailed analysis. Implement a budget tracker with progress bars showing actual versus planned spending. Include a cash flow graph. Add options for the users to change the data. We can run this prompt. And simply after we do this, we've got this entire code created. And in the right bottom corner, we've got actually this button to run HTML. We can run it and see how it looks like. So we've got actually our options. However, I don't have kind of the charts and so on. So now, for example, I can type, please fix this code. I don't see charts, colors, and also let's say sample provided data inside of the interface. So with that single prompt, we can run it and see what happens. And after just running these two simple prompts, let's see what we have. So we've got our financial dashboard, income, expenses, savings, investments. We can even choose our date, categories, so food, transport, and so on. And now we can see we've got this interactive graph, which is great. We've got the cash flow, we can provide our income, expenses, savings, and so on. So this is the great capability of this model, so DeepSeek. We can create code and run interactive interfaces inside of the application. Hack number 3, if you want to be a pro DeepSeek user, is to train our chats properly. And what I mean by that? Anytime you create a chat for some particular purpose, and I'm not talking about asking for the weather or retrieving some data, because in that case it doesn't make any sense to provide instructions. However, when you are using some chat for some certain circumstances, you need to actually teach the chat how it should behave. You are doing that by providing some instructions. And now let me guide you through my instructions that I provide every time. So act as a professional and helpful virtual assistant that assists customers with inquiries. So I provide my persona. This is really great because actually you are defining actually the role of this chatbot, how it should behave, how it should act. Then we've got our purpose, so that assists customers with inquiries, orders, and support by answering FAQs, processing orders, providing tracking information, and escalating issues. Then we've got our tone, so maintaining a polite, efficient, and concise communication style. It's very important because let's say you've got the chatbot that creates for you emails. You don't want it to be friendly or even unprofessional. You want to keep the tone really professional and really polite. And at the end, we've got our sentence, so based on the knowledge provided in the files. So also not only we can provide our formula, so we can use this formula every time, however also provide the files about our business. So for this case, I support my customers by answering FAQs. So now I can run it. And now in general, after teaching our chatbot how it should behave, we can provide kind of some requests from the customers and so on. So for example, what courses do you recommend? Do you have a Midjourney course, for instance, or even let's say a Slack course? So what I mean by that, you can train any assistant you want. You can create different chats. For example, for the finances, let's say for health, you can provide different kind of instructions. And you can be sure that your chatbot will behave in some certain kind of ways. Instead of just teaching it, like providing messages, no, don't type, for example, this sentence. Straightforward, in the first message, you type exactly what you want from your chatbot, which is absolutely great. So for example, here you can notice I've got the answer because I trained my chatbot on some specific data. Hack number 4, if you want to be a pro DeepSeek user, is to know how to create AI automations powered by DeepSeek. And this is really crucial because actually we can use DeepSeek in some specific circumstances. For example, here I've got AI language tutor. So I created the automation that handles learning process. So now let me guide you through what it does. First of all, we've got an input, and we provide our knowledge base about learning languages. So here, some data, some files, and so on. We use our DeepSeek that actually responds to our chatbot user. Then we kind of ask our automation if actually the request from the customer requires to search the internet. So here we connect our kind of integration with the Google or not. So if yes, we search data from the internet and we return it to the customer. If not, we kind of create the response inside of the DeepSeek. So on this channel, we've got some kind of how to use DeepSeek to create powerful automations. So I recommend you to do that. And actually by knowing how to do this stuff, so creating powerful automations, you can use the full DeepSeek power. So connect it with different tools. So for example, here we've got integrations. We can connect DeepSeek with Gmail, Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Sheets, or even Notion. So do a lot of great stuff. Again, if you want to be a pro DeepSeek user, you should learn how to create powerful automations. And again, on this channel, you have some videos about it. And hack number 5 is to know how to connect your DeepSeek locally. So remember, if you provide any information inside DeepSeek website, you allow this company to use your data. And if you think of using DeepSeek more professionally, I recommend you to know how to run DeepSeek on your computer. So there you maintain your data. you don't send it anywhere, just you run it on your computer. For this purpose, let me show you how to do this. First of all, we need to go ahead to the lmstudio.com. So the link will be in the description of this video. And here we need to pick our system, so Windows, Mac, or even Linux. For this case, I've got Windows, so I can click here on download. When I have my LM Studio installer, I can simply open that and here go through the simple installation process. So install. After it's done, I can click on finish and it should run our LM Studio. And now I can see I've got it. And the next step will be to go ahead to the left top corner of this application and click on Discover. And there we need to search for DeepSeek R1 Qwen 7b or 8b. So in general, we've got a lot of different models of DeepSeek. If the size is bigger, it's more sophisticated. However, it also requires to have a more powerful computer. So definitely we would like to stick with these two models. For example, there you can see you've got different models. So here the size, for example, there is 42 gigabytes. However, for this case, we'll pick DeepSeek R1 Distill Qwen 7b. So what we can do? Here we can click on download. And after you do this, you can close all of the windows. And after you do this in the LM Studio and the chat, you can click here on select a model to load. So here you've got DeepSeek R1 Distill Qwen 7b. So from now, you can create new chat and run it. So here, as you can see, you can run your DeepSeek model. So give me some joke. And right there, you can see Qwen 7b, DeepSeek R1. And by this way, you're running DeepSeek locally. You don't send the data anywhere else. You just keep everything on your computer. So that we have it. In this video, we covered 5 powerful hacks to make you a true DeepSeek expert. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave the like for the YouTube algorithm, click the subscribe button, and for now, thank you for the attendance. I will see you in the next one material.